from the hotel. I'm trying to see if it works. I have to see because if not, it's going to be an upload. But hopefully it works. I have been super busy. So I don't know why I can't see myself. I'm trying to see if my internet is working. Oh, it is. Okay. Okay, I didn't see it. Oh, Lord. Child, this is so ghetto. This is ghetto. But it is what it is, child. We're back to living out of a bag. And I'm going to be living out of my suitcase for like a year. So I might as well just get my mind structured into it. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. So I know I didn't go live yesterday, and I do want to apologize for that. Bass squad, I literally like had to turn in my keys to my place. I thought about showing y'all where I lived, but then I remembered there's people on the internet who genuinely do not like me. So I just thought that was just stupid to do. Plus, I don't need people trying to play Inspector Gadget with me. So to protect myself, because you know I live alone, I just said, no, that's kind of dumb, you know? So I did a lot yesterday. For those that are not privy to my personal life, I literally turned in my apartment keys. I turned in my gate fob. It was so much stuff going on. I had to disconnect the energy. In the midst of disconnecting the energy, I still have to make sure that my mail stops going to my place of residence. I have to contact people. It's just so much. And when you're in the process of moving, especially internationally, like what I'm doing, it's just so much work. It's way too much work. Like, y'all, I can't wait to be wealthy so I don't have to do this anymore. Okay? So I don't have to do this anymore, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I do want to thank the Bay Squad for, locking in with me on this journey because child, it's getting ghetto. If you have not seen the news, pay attention to some of it. I'm not saying you should ingest all of it, but um, I saw something on the news about Amazon. They're getting into the bio warfare, nuclear products. Baby, it's getting real in the paint. Okay, it's getting real out here in the paint. Y'all better pay attention. And I also saw Johnson and Johnson is filing for bankruptcy. They literally did that last night because they're tired of paying these lawsuits for ovarian cancer. Get into it. Not after they done snatched up some of y'all's uteruses, depleted y'all ovaries. They want to file for bankruptcy. So they can do a quick one-time catch-all payment. The nasty to see. Y'all gotta pay attention to the games people play. Are y'all paying attention? Are y'all paying attention? We gonna get into the C though. We gonna get into the C. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, not sure a huge fan of mine. Thank you so much. Hey. So let's get into the mess, okay? Shout out to all the Aries. It's literally Aries season. It is the first of the month. Well, it's the second, depending where you're at. It's the first of the month. Wake up, get up. Like, child. I didn't see anybody do anything April Fool's wise. So that means y'all are stressed the fuck out, okay? And it is what it is. But we're going to jump right into it because So we gotta get into the mess. But hey, Couture Bays, it's your girl Britt Bright going live with the Bree Talk and Bay Squad. We gotta talk. Now, before we get started, let's like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not fakes. Everything we say here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip you some apple juice or my favorite vegan water, and let's get into the mess. How you can like this video is by double tapping your screen or hitting those three dots right there. How you can engage with this video is by hitting those three dots right there. Okay, liking this video, subscribing to the channel, sharing this video out are all the things you could do for the free, because I know we're in an economic decline, and if you haven't been paying attention to all of the prime ministers giving their little one twos, baby, I suggest you go see. I keep telling y'all better start getting an anaerobic workout, some type of health is a wealth strategy to get there, so that way you can live a long prosperous life and get into it. You know why? Because it's about to get hard out here. You know, it's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to make that money for the rent. And yes, I went and got my braids redone. Y'all see them? They look so good. So I had to come back for them. Go over to Asia with my new braids, you know, because I don't know who could do hair out there, and I'm not about to play with them. I'm just going to observe the scene, because, you know, you got to peep the scene on who is, like, who cares about their overall hair health and whatnot. You just can't let everybody get in your head, because, child, today, one of the girls who was braiding me up, she was lazy. The owner was looking at her like she was going to bop her upside the head. And I felt so bad for her, because I was just like, she kept taking all these breaks. And then, you know, she was tired or something. I was like, girl, I know you only did 3 heads today, because that's how many she books up for braids. She spaces it out. So shout out to Stevie, because, girl, she wasn't having it. But let's get into it. We're going to be talking about Tanner Adell real quick. Shout out to the country girlies. We're going to be talking about Kanye West briefly. We're going to be talking about Karlie Red's divorce. And, of course, Kenya's vindication. Do I believe Kenya is vindicated? Yes and no. Am I surprised by Karlie Red's divorce? No. And Tanner Adell's story is so touching. And crash out of the year is Kanye. We might as I'm going to save Kanye and Kenya for the last, because yeah. So let's get into it, shall we? So Tanner Adell is a beautiful country music singer. For the longest, I didn't know if she was biracial, mixed race. I knew she had a very exotic look about her. I really like her. I knew who she was because she went viral on Twitter. And I said, she's a really beautiful girl. She can sing. And I saw that she stitched her clothing and whatnot. And then she did a very personal, hey, fans, this is a piece of me. I want to share it with y'all. That is so Beyonce coded. Like, hearing her story was just heartbreaking. Hearing how her mother gave her up for adoption and how her mother thought she was some other man's baby, just to find out her real dad is the man she was married to, and she was the only one given up for adoption out of her siblings, and she was raised Mormon, and it's crazy. And she said she could not resonate with her adopted mother. She's not mad at her adopted mother, but she always felt like they had a disconnect, because she loved to sing, she loved to dance, and her adoptive parents they just wasn't into that, okay? She said she did get some stuff like the sewing and the making something out of nothing. She got that from her, you know, her Mormon family, who taught her a lot, but she just felt like she was an oddball because, you know, her Mormon family was white, honey. I keep telling y'all about our Caucasian sisters. Can you imagine being pregnant and then giving your child up? And then that child comes back to look for you and you're already gone. And then the father has to like reconnect with you because he didn't know. It was so much going on with that. It's crazy. So she just feels like she's entering into this world of just like here. Okay? So it's crazy. It's cray, baby. It is cray. Yes, please don't spam the chat. Spamming the chat will get y'all time. I don't know why we have to keep telling y'all about chat etiquette. Like, look, if you're here if you're trying to do reindeer games, go take that over there with the girls who like to play. Okay? We are monetized. We're monetized. We're talking about the topics. If you're not mature enough mentally, if you lack education, you're not a world-rounded individual, this might not be for you, okay? I hate for the mods to time y'all out, but y'all act like y'all are the children who were left. And we don't have time for that. Over here we do this. We don't do this, okay? Back to the thing. So I really love tenor Adell's story. I wonder if she's going to be the opening act for Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour. I really love that. I have a feeling she's going to bring Shabuzi and Post Malone because they were at the halftime show. I'm interested. I really want to see it. I'm here for it. There's just been such a surge of getting back into our roots and people doing their own thing. And I love that. Y'all do not let the elites tell y'all who y'all need to be. Y'all already know who you need to be. Tap in. Stop trying to follow an aesthetic, because the girls who are following an aesthetic are failing miserably, which moves into Karlie Redd. Karlie Redd knows how to get a ring. She knows how to get married. But baby, the fact that that man was over there committing alleged domestic violence is insane. I don't know, but she's getting like, I think it's like $18,000 a month in spousal support. So be it. At least she's getting paid for her pain. Karlie needs to teach a course, because these other women are out here marrying scrubs. They're marrying nobody. They're marrying men who are leveling up off of them. And Karlie said, I'm going to level up off this man. And I'm sure she had some clauses up in there that protected her. See, y'all be calling Karlie everything but a child of God. And it says Karlie is 51. For 51, Karlie looks good. I wonder if this is going to be in the new Love and Hip Hop Atlanta storyline. Is that going to play out in the next season? Because it seems like Mona Scott started to tone it down while the other girls was taking it up. Mona Scott said, listen, I've been in reality space for a really long time, so it is what it is. I mean, I know she had surgery, but she still looks good. She still looks good. She's out here with a man younger than her who got to pay her the spousal support, honey. I don't know. I don't know. Da Vinci's out here cutting the check. So, look, I'm not mad at it. Shout out to Karlie. Karlie is doing any and everything to make sure she stays in her lane, you know. So, I don't know what she's over there doing it. Look, I feel like this. Y'all be out here shaming the girls who had surgery. I feel like shaming people for having surgery is so late. Unless they're coming for you directly, shading them for surgery is weird, because in that space, look where she's at. She's in the entertainment business. Everybody in the entertainment business has had some type of nip and a tuck. Some form of a nip and a tuck. Whether it's a filler, whether it's a Restylane, whether it's veneers, whether it's whatever. Then it had something. Y'all faves then went under the knife so that they can present well aesthetically in front of the camera. So yeah. Listen, if y'all don't like women, I don't know what to tell you. You know, if you're out here speaking against women, I automatically assume you like men. Where is the bashing? Karlie can't be a 304 if she's married. That doesn't make sense. That does not align with the narratives of the keyboard gangsters. Some of y'all really need to go touch grass. You know, you might be into the men's, Kylie, you know, a lot of the men with the mics have been y'all faves who be out here talking about women be married to stringing along baby mamas and old white women. I didn't say allegedly because they already been busted out. So moving right along, let's get into Kanye West. Am I surprised by Kanye? No. No, I am not. I feel Kanye is frustrated and he can't really articulate his frustration because then he's going to be in a space where he will be isolated. He's not isolated because Kanye has been he's been out blasting people since as long as I can remember. People are acting like this is new. This is not new. Kanye has always spoke about Kris Jenner in a disparaging light since I could remember. If y'all did not recall when he was cleaning out Kim's wardrobe and telling her she didn't know how to dress, he was saying things then. Like, y'all are confused. I'm not confused. A lot of y'all are shocked that he said he did want to have a baby with a woman he only known for 2 months. If y'all watch the show, which a lot of y'all don't, back when they were popular, at the height of their popularity, because they have fallen off, honestly and truly, without Courtney, there is no show. It is what it is because Courtney carried it on her back. Now she's making them other ones work, and the Jenner sisters said absolutely not. And after that L'Oreal campaign that showed Kendall looking a lot like Caitlyn Jenner, pre-Caitlyn, aka Bruce, her daddy, it's been a wrap. It's been a wrap. So let's get into it. So Kanye said he didn't want to have a baby with a woman he only known for 2 months. That is actual factuals. Did he want Kim? Yes, but he only wanted Kim because he has an adult entertainment addiction. If you did not know, Kanye used to watch the adult videos while he would work with female artists, or he would bring women to his home or whatever. He would just have it on display. Nicki Minaj has told us about this. Kenya has told us about this. Amber Rose has told us about this. Like, all of the girls who've been in the space, they have said the same thing. Like, they would be in there and all of a sudden you see the adults doing what they do for the money. Right? Boom. So why would, I think people get it confused. He liked sleeping with her. He didn't want to have a baby with her. But Kim's mother thought, Kris Jenner thought Kanye was just another dumb token Negro. They thought he was stupid because, baby, if she could have had her way, if Kim could have had her way, she would have been with Reggie Bush living the NFL wife life. That's why she went and had plastic surgery to look like that lady. Argue with your mammy and not me, because I'm not saying Kim is ugly, but we saw her old face and we saw she started morphing herself into Reggie Bush's wife. Those that know. Okay? Yes, set in the West. Yes. Shout out to you, boo. But it didn't even do it this time. I don't know why. I thought I would do up the hearts. I don't know. Hearts to you. So here you have him disparaging Kim. It is what it is. We know Kanye only wanted them 2 kids. He said it on the show. He argued with Kim down the first pregnancy and the second pregnancy because she was like extremely high risk. I think she had some type of thing where like she almost died with North, and then when she got pregnant with Saint, she almost died again or something like that. Hence why she did the surrogacy. But if you go back and watch it, Kanye said he didn't want them other babies because he said, I almost lost my wife. He said, that's not a real connection. We're doing stuff through the science. He thought it was weird or something like that. He said it. So then fast forward, his issues with Jay-Z and Beyonce. It's more so Jay-Z than Beyonce, but Beyonce is a 2-for-1 special. Jay-Z was out here creeping with Becky with the good hair. Becky with the good hair. When he got caught up, he had to confess to Beyonce who Becky with the good hair was and who was around. If y'all don't remember, just run it back. Go listen to the music. Go listen to everything. When Kim and Kanye was having their wedding, it was said at the last minute, Beyonce and Jay-Z decided not to go because they were set to go. Trust me, because for the girls who do not know, the paparazzi showed that Beyonce and Kim was hanging out during the Renaissance tour. Y'all cannot find that picture nowhere. You got to scrub the internet for it. Shout out to the paparazzi who had that. Beyonce never had an issue with Kim. She just felt like what Kim stands for is just wow. But she liked how Kim and Kanye presented themselves social media wise. Now, the power couple was always Jay-Z and Beyonce, but they did not resonate with the people. And that's what they wanted to master. Hence why Beyonce didn't have an issue with Kim. She never had an issue with Kim. Okay? Y'all never seen her say anything disparaging or nasty about her. Ever. Right? She was just like, I don't want my husband around your husband because your husband not only entertains it, he's participating in it. And you know, birds of a feather. You see, we heard that epic rant from Kanye West. Beyonce ain't letting Jay-Z get no PUSSY. Hello? How does he know? How does he know? Birds of a feather. And what did Kanye tell us he was out here doing? Creeping. And Kim was just tolerating it because Kim was living a plush, beautiful life. Now she's out here, she got to work twice as hard, do all this stuff. She wanted to be the mogul, but she didn't want to put in all this work. When she was with Kanye, she didn't have to work. She literally had to show up. That's all she had to do. Now she's over here parenting these 4 kids, and he trolls her with the very children that she has. Do y'all really believe if Kanye said Kim come back, she wouldn't come back? She would go back in a heartbeat. She would go back in a heartbeat. She never wanted to divorce Kanye. Run it back, the episodes are there. So his issues with everybody in hip hop, the ones he said, Playboy Karlie using his daughter. Y'all already know if they are going to Kim for the okay, Kanye's gonna act a fool. It is what it is. I feel like this. Kanye can dish it, but he hates to take it. Kanye can dish it, but he hates to take it. I don't even take what he says serious about Drake because he's already said Drake should be his writer and his writer only. He has vocalized that. He said Drake put on too many people who are undeserving and unworthy. He said, I would never stay silent in a rap battle. Pay attention to the people who are silent during the rap battle. That tells you everything you need to know. And then he brought up, Kanye confirmed it, Drake has been asked multiple times to come to the Super Bowl before Kanye West. Hell yeah, Kanye is mad. How dare you, Jay-Z? That is a brotherly love. We'll see in 10 years if they can resolve it. Do I think he's mentally unsound? No. I think he is a spoiled brat. That is a spoiled brat. That is a man with all this money, but he wants his hands in it. See, he's not considered the big dog to some of the big dogs. They're not looking to him. The only people who've always paid homage to him was Diddy, because Diddy understands. Diddy says it's business. Everybody else, they just let it go. But he got himself caught up. He said, I sided with you, but you didn't want me. Dame Dash did. You exposed your hand, Kanye. See, Kanye, you can't pick and choose when you want to be a martyr and when you want to be a villain. I think he's conflicted. That entire interview, it sounded like he was conflicted. Do you want to be the villain or do you want to be the hero? You can't have it both ways. This is the same speech I gave Nicki Minaj. And honestly and truly, Nicki Minaj was spot on. Everything she said, Kanye confirmed. Everything she said, Kanye confirmed. Go, if you just listen to what Nicki said when she was going off on Jay-Z, right? Kanye confirmed it. Are they playing with his money? Absolutely. Absolutely. I thought it was very telling that he said they didn't have a problem with me working with Chief Keef and what Chief Keef stands for, But the same people, when he was like, hey, they talking about gang with the gang, the same people, I go use their pain for profit. All of a sudden, they want people to denounce me. I said, oh, now that was a word. That was a word, honey. That was a word, but I feel like this. Kanye needs to pick. Do you want to be the villain or do you want to be the hero? Because when you flip-flop back and forth in an interview like that, it shows you haven't made a choice. And I also feel like he's holding back because he doesn't really want to expose it all because he knows then it will affect his children. He has not done anything yet to affect his children. His kids are good. If they really wanted to cancel Kanye, they would cut off the life source to everything he loves. They have not done that. Which means he's holding out on something, and I don't know what the something is. I would love to see it articulated beautifully in a book. That would be masterful to me. Put it in a book, especially when it comes to why you feel certain people are plans. Because this whole issue with Kendrick is quite telling. I saw people saying Kendrick Lamar did not use similar drum beats and stuff like that. I'm going to just leave it at, if you go watch the Grammys, when Kendrick finally gave the speech, and see, this is the problem. People be slipping. People be slipping. The camera panned. You see certain people high-fiving in the audience. High-fiving in the audience. And you're like, that's what made me go, I said, F the speech. Kendrick gets up there and says, what up, Jay? Smiles. And it was three big people. Three. The big three standing right next to each other, high-fiving. If you'll miss it. Y'all can come up with every conspiracy theory, but the stuff that be going on right in front of y'all can't see. Oh, I'm blind to the bullshit. So I said, okay. And then you got Kanye ranting today, talking about he put J. Cole back on. Honestly, J. Cole and Drake always had a beautiful relationship. They never had any animosity, no nothing. But I get what Kanye's saying. Am I mad at it? No, we already talked about it. I don't want to hear no what you would have did, no shoulda, woulda, coulda. Baby, when it was time for you to get in the field, you ran in the house. But I also said, y'all pick and choose who's black. Because to y'all consider J. Cole black, who has a white mama, but Drake is white. And he has a white mama. What do I know? What do I know? Moving right along. But honestly, I just feel like this. DJ Academics got him his big one. DJ Academics got his big one because y'all are using his content. Y'all are restreaming his content. And he made all that money. And I was told that for the girls who was in Rumble, they was over there for a good 7.5 hours. Is that true? I don't have Rumble. I only have certain apps. I'm not downloading an app. Even though I want to have an app of my own, I'm not downloading an app. I'm not downloading an app, okay? I'm not doing it. But let's move on to Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore hair care. Kenya's Vindication. Let me just say this. I do feel like Brittany should have been suspended. Going back to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, I feel like Brittany was not only thirsty, she's on the wrong platform. Brittany deserves to be on Zeus. She's talking about pistols and whips and she don't want to see me. Get this hood rat up off of here. And I'm so tired of y'all making it seem like the Housewives has always been about money. No, it has not. What Housewives show have y'all been watching? I've watched all of the Housewives shows, and back when the Real Housewives was in their golden era, not all of the girls had money. We had Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They were the only ones who everybody had money. Everywhere else, no, there was like a few onesies and twosies who had money. OC, it was like two of them who had real money. Everybody else was doing what they needed to do to get by. Did we forget Gretchen and how the girls were shaming her because that old man was so happy she was loving on, pulled Anna Nicole Smith on him? Y'all be forgetting all about that. Did y'all forget Bethany was quote unquote a regular working girl, self-made millionaire off of a show? Are y'all forgetting that? Are y'all forgetting where we came from? The Real Housewives of DC? Did y'all forget that one? We're never getting that beautiful bean footage after they crashed the Obama's party. How are they able to do that? Baby, the Secret Service owns that. The Real Housewives of Miami? Not everybody had money. It was like onesies, especially Dallas. Especially Dallas. That one in itself. Not everybody had money. There was a few people who had a good coin. But out of all the franchises, Beverly Hills was the only one who had the real money. They had real money because the girls were lying about birthing babies. That was a shocker because they were like, oh, I thought you used this surrogate. She's the top of I thought someone told me you went through a surrogacy. Baby, that was what it was. I don't know why y'all are acting like it was this. Everybody had this over the top money. No, the girls was doing enough to get by. They were housewives. They were housewives turned millionaires. Did we forget New Jersey? They called Danielle Straub a lady of the night. I think y'all be forgetting. Not everybody had a cute coin. The girls who had a coin was held to pay. Remember Jill Stein? Remember when Jill was like, you should not be invested in Kodak films because who was taking pictures? Ooh, baby, that was the ultimate read. That was the ultimate read right there. Okay. When the girls was really reading the girls. It was always catty and about who's wearing the best designer and whatnot. So I feel like this production has gotten so lazy. The girls don't want to show their real lives because it's affected them personally. I don't care. If they don't want to show their life and they don't want to do what's best for the show, get them off the show. I think once we started making it about the Bethany's and the Candies and the Tamarins and the who's the other one? And the Kyles, that's what made the shows horrible. Again, I don't really want to talk too much about what Kenya did because the episode hasn't transpired. But so far, you see Brittany Eddy being a weirdo, antagonizing Kenya. But my thing is this. Kenya responding is stupid because all she had to do was ice her out. Y'all know how to ice hoes out any other time, but you let this woman with the porcelain teeth trick you out your spot. I will never agree with that. So do I feel like Kenya is vindicated? No, I feel like Kenya was telling some truths. I feel like she was telling some truths. She did threaten her. And I do feel like she should have been reprimanded, right? But if production wasn't doing what they were supposed to do, you do what you need to do. Ice her out. You have iced people out. We've known you to do that because there's women who've came and gone off of Real Housewives of Atlanta that you iced out. Kenya? Just weird. It was a lot. Brit is a fool. I'm like, it's given obsessed, right? Like she wanted a moment, but I don't think she has emotional intelligence. And I also think because of her situation with her husband, it shows that she's lashing out because she's getting the lashings at home. That's what I got. Because why is that man calling you 82,000 times? Does he think you're cheating on him? And why does your newlywed husband think you're cheating on him? A lot of this stuff is starting to show. He upgraded your ring. Why? Was he over there knocking you between the washer and dryer? Just things are not aligning. And it's so sad because Kelly is an amazing fan. I love Kelly. Kelly is everything. She came to win. She's showing us her story. I like her. I like what she has to say. I like what she's talking about. They need to go ahead and get Drew up off of here because Drew is just child. She don't know what she want to be. She don't know who she want to be, and her weak ass husband that's never leaving. Child, please, child, please. But talking about, I got my blicky and where's my husband and I got the whips. Girl, what? Girl, what? I said, am I? Production, y'all need to be fired. I hope NBC Universal is listening to me. Get rid of the production if they're not going to do good storytelling. The storytelling does not make sense. Kenya does not have confessionals. Weird. Why is she even in any of these scenes if she doesn't have confessionals? I feel like this. If she was suspended and whatnot, y'all should have just threw away all the footage and started fresh. Started fresh. Why are they acting like they could not push back the premiere of the Real Housewives of Atlanta? And then we had to wait. We had to wait for the stuff we've already seen playing out in social media. See, that's y'all problem. I told y'all need to start putting in the contracts. If they give away the tea beforehand, they have to pay. I bet you they will get real tight-lipped about what's going on in the season because y'all are leaking stuff to the blogs. Their friends is leaking stuff to the blog. It's too much talking. It's too much talking. Now, am I entertained? I'm definitely entertained. But we should have seen this last year. We should have seen this last year. It's like they're trying to sabotage the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And it's like, if y'all sabotage this, all the other ones are going to go down. Yes, not even jealous. I know the games they mad, not obsessed. True that. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. And truly original, truly original, they need to go. I'm not liking any of their productions on any of the team. I will say this. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City had to me, a better season out of all the ones I've seen so far. Because I don't even think Miami comes on Bravo. I think they come on Peacock, which is weird. But yeah, out of all of them, Salt Lake City had the best story. They had real things. They were talking about real life stuff. You had another super fan trying to expose the girls and got caught. You had a woman showing off her microaggressions. We seen a mother dealing with the fact that her son is wealthy and got on the party favors. That was wrong. That was real. I was tuned in for that. I was seated for that. I feel like these other ones, the Potomac's, the Jersey, the Roni, it just wasn't given because it's all over the place. We need to structure it to where, I don't know how they had it before, but everybody has a producer. And they did what Carlos King said when they had that epic season when they was busting numbers, right? We need to see what is going on in your life, and if you don't want to share, I gotta make you a friend of. Get some girls who want to share their story. I don't care. We loved when the girls were a mess. I loved seeing Kim Zolciak changing her dress in the parking lot. That was real. That was raw. You on your way to a function and your zipper breaks. Yes. I love seeing. I'm on the list, but Nene's not on the list. I love seeing Tamra Judd, or whatever her new name is, cussing out a Gretchen because Gretchen took the money of an elderly man because he said she was beautiful. Yes, I do. And they said, but weren't you cheating on your husband with this gigolo? Yes. That's what I want to see. I want to see the girls argue about, did you get your spray tan on my $1,000 chairs? Did you get your spray tan on my $1,000 chairs? I loved it. I loved it so much. Bring that back, because I'm not understanding how we get to the blicky and the whips. And then Britt is out here lying. Girl, you lied. You say you never had a blicky. So why are you talking about a blicky? I got whips and my blicky on me. Where's my husband? To do what? Girl, what? Get these hoes up off the screen. Get these hoes up off the screen. Cause what? I got a blicky and my husband. Very weird, very strange. But right now, Kenya is looking good. This Sunday, we're going to see Kenya get in trouble. It's clear it's going to be episode 5. I'm going to reserve my commentary for that episode to drop. Because right now, Britt should have been in trouble. She should have been reprimanded. I don't think she should have been able to continue to film if Kenya wasn't allowed to continue to film. It's just crazy. But what are your thoughts? And it's sad because you can tell Britt ain't got no money. If you gotta sell fish plates and whatnot to bury your daddy, and then your nephew, who was that? Her nephew who was talking about, we don't ever, ooh, it must be, what's going on today when they was in the lobster tail? It was very telling. It was very telling. And on that note, well, y'all already know how I feel about it. What are y'all thoughts? Do y'all feel Kenya was vindicated in this episode today? Do y'all feel she was vindicated? Yes or no? Yes or no? I have to ask that. I didn't ask y'all a yes or no question all day. So y'all feel like Kenya was vindicated? Yes or no? Okay, Mo said yes. Okay. Shout out to you, Mo. I want to give y'all some time to respond. Do y'all feel like Kenya was vindicated off of this episode alone? Yes or no? To the replay crew, what are your thoughts on this? Do you feel like Kenya was vindicated? We're not going to get into the next episode. I like to, and this is why I was so good at the reviews, I like to keep it on strictly what we saw this week. This week, do you feel like Kenya was vindicated? Yes or no? Ooh, no. Ooh, TJ. Ooh, doctor said no. Team Twirl is going to get you. Team Twirl is going to get y'all. And I see y'all are out here digging up dirt, talking about, y'all remember when she threatened Phaedra? Oh, y'all are nasty. The girls are always nasty. Y'all just can't let the girls have a good, easy win. But on that note, what are your thoughts, Bay Squad? Okay, get Britt Edie up out of there. Get that hood rat down to Zeus. And on that note, or now that's TV. That's where the ratchets go. And on that note, comment down below. I gotta go. Bye, hoes.